I'm Lisa Miola. Welcome to Just Yoga. So today's session, we're going to actually start on our backs. So using your chair and taking your time, lower yourself onto the mat. And then we're going to lower ourselves one vertebra at a time until we're on our backs. Once you're there, arms are face down, and we're just going to take the knees gently from side to side. Moving with the breath, nice and slow. And wherever you are, let's come back to the center together. And we're going to move into some bridge. So using the shoulders and the feet, we're going to lift the bottom up as we exhale. Inhale, coming down. So we're using our upper and lower body parts to move the glutes. You want to squeeze those glutes when you're at the top. And let's add some arms, shall we? As we inhale, exhale, bring them towards the mat, bringing up the butt. Inhale, blowing overhead, exhale. So we're not using the palms of the arms to do that lifting, just the shoulder and the feet. Exhale, taking our time. Warming up the body. And now just keep the arms on the mat and just lower the bottom. Nice. So let's bring the knees toward the chest and just a little bit of side to side motion along that lower back, along the spine. Beautiful. And we're going to roll to one side and we're going to push ourselves up until we're in a seated position. And I'm hoping, as always, that you have a chair nearby, right? So what do we say? The chair raises up the floor and lowers our anxiety. Yes? Good. So using the chair, making your way up to a standing position. So 1 foot at a time. And we're actually going to be faced on the long side of our mats today. So along the long side of the mat, toes pointed out, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. We're going to reach up towards the sky so we're like a giant letter X. Little bend at the knees, bending the elbows, bringing them towards the hips. Inhale and exhale. So these are our moonflowers. Warming up our inner thighs. little more of our arms. I feel so awesome when I reach up like that. Oh, it feels so good. Last one. And just coming back, we're going to keep our feet in that same position. We're just going to soften the knees a little bit. And we're actually going to be hinging at the hips. So imagining that we're scooping up all this positive love and laughter and energy and spreading it up and out through the world. So hinging at the hips. This is our sunflower. I like to consider it like a spirit spreader, spreading all the good energy that we create while we're on our mat. Last one. And palms together, moving into the center. Excellent. So we're going to take our toes on the left, and we're going to face them to the left. And we're going to take those right toes and move them straight, and maybe back up the foot a little bit and checking to see if our heels are in line with one another. So if I drew an imaginary dotted line from this heel to this one, they would connect. And we're going to bend this front knee, and we're going to move into our warrior two. So warrior two, you want to make sure this knee never goes beyond the toes. So if you feel that this is not enough of a warrior, feel free to back up the foot a little bit if that's what your body's telling you. If you feel unsteady, unstable, again, knee stays over the ankle, and bring your foot in a little bit more so you're feeling a little bit more stable. Knee kind of tracks towards the pinky toe, not towards the big toe. So we want to stay strong in that inner thigh. And we're going to breathe, and we're going to look at those left fingertips. Maybe focus on that middle one. Excellent. So this is our warrior two. If we bring the hand onto the right hip, and we bend this left elbow, and we just kind of tip to the side here, resting our elbow on our thigh, we're moving into a side angle. So we're going to take this right shoulder back and just kind of look over that. So again, if this feels uneasy, unbalanced, this chair is right here for you. This is our side angle. So let's push back into that warrior two for a second. And I want you to straighten up that leg. Hands are on the hips. And I want you to heel toe this right foot in a little bit. Good. So now, keeping the leg straight, we're going to reach, almost like we're reaching for a light switch, or someone's passing us the pepper, right? And we are going to tip, tip, tip the body. Our chair is here. You could also find your shin, whatever feels best for you in this triangle pose. So we're going to look over that right shoulder. And if the spirit moves you, you'd like to reach toward the ceiling, I invite you to do so. So there's one long line of energy from fingertips to fingertips. And again, if this is painful anywhere, you're just going to back off it a little bit. And if it's your shoulder pinching, keep it on the hand on the hip or bring it behind the back. This is your triangle. You look beautiful in it. So now let's bend that front knee and come forward. So we're going to do a little bit of flow, a little class, and we're going to go through all three of those on each side of the body. So again, making sure you have your chairs here. We're at the front of the mat in our mountain pose. Ears are over the shoulders, which are over the hips, which are over the knees and the ankles. We're going to inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back 1 foot at a time. We're in our plank position. And then we're going to push back into our downward facing dog. We're going to step through with that left foot. And we're going to drop the right one down, making sure our heels align, floating into our warrior two. We're going to reach down towards the thigh, reaching towards the ceiling, moving into our side angle. Coming back into warrior two, straighten up the legs, bringing the heel in the back, and moving into triangle. Bend that front knee, warrior two, step it forward. Let's do the other side. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back. And again, we're in our plank position. Moving into our downward facing dog. Ears are between the forearms. So we're stepping through with that other foot. Heels aligned and floating into that warrior two. Moving into side angle. Coming up, bring that back heel in, straighten up the leg, reaching and tipping into our triangle. Float it back into warrior two, step it forward. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back. 1 foot at a time, we're in our plank position. Pushing into downward facing dog. Stepping forward, with our foot floating into our warrior two. Side angle. Straighten up the leg, heel toe the back foot, moving into our triangle. Back into warrior two, step it forward, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, forward fold, stepping back. and back in our plank, pushing into downward facing dog, stepping through. Warrior two, side angle. Straighten it up. Bring those back heel in, reach it forward, tip it, straight legs, energy, tip to tip. Back into warrior two, step it forward. Last time, and we're going to hold it a little bit longer in each pose on each side. Okay. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back and back into our plank. Oh, you're doing so awesome. Stepping forward, drop that back foot into our warrior two. 5 breaths. Check your alignment, check your heels, check your knees. Leaning in, finding our thigh, reaching for the sky, side angle bend. Chair is there. Stay strong. I know you can do this. One more breath. You got this. Straighten up that front leg. Heel toe the back foot. Triangle will be your release. Tipping, tipping, tipping. So again, this chair is here for you. If you feel like you want to find your shin inside of the leg, go right ahead. But know that that chair is here. You're still in the pose. You're still amazing. Two more breaths. Float into warrior two. Bring it in. Other side. We want to stay strong on both sides. So we have to be cognizant of that. Stepping back into our plank. Push those hips backward into our downward facing dog. Step that foot forward. Warrior two. 5 breaths. Relax those shoulders. Bring that back hand down if you're getting tired. This front hand, this is your focal point. Let's bend this front arm, make our way down into our side ankle bend. Looking over the shoulder. You can reach it up towards the sky or save it for your triangle. Whatever you do, don't look down. Look forward or up. Don't look down. Coming up into that warrior two, straighten the legs, heel toe the back one, reaching forward, reaching, 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 and then tipping into that terrific triangle. Is this chair a blessing or what? I told you it would be. Once you feel strong and safe, if you'd like to move that bottom hand to the leg, the shin, go right ahead. We have one more breath. Excellent. Let's float into our warrior two and step it forward. You did amazing. So now that we've got those poses down, let's incorporate them into a balance pose. Yes? I think it would be kind of fun. So let's step back. Imagine that you were going to do a warrior two. We're not going to float through all the other postures, but just step back. We're going to just imagine we're doing a warrior two, aligning the heels, bending that front knee. Yes. Arms are out. Good. And we're going to take our forearm into side angle. Excellent. And now we're actually going to take this back leg off the mat. So maybe we want to just keep this hand on the hip, at least for the first one. So finding that chair, we're going to push and bring up the back leg, flexing the foot and moving into our half moon pose. Now, if you feel okay, you'd like to raise the top hand, go right ahead. Finding a focal point and breathe. So nice and easy, lowering down, back into that warrior two, and you did it. So I'm actually going to show you the other side, and I'm going to show you with blocks. So we have the chair, and I know you're familiar with a little bit with yoga that we use props, right? So this is one of those instances when blocks are phenomenal to have. So I'm going to step back as if I was doing my warrior two. I'm going to move into my side angle. And I don't have the chair, but what I did do is I put the blocks nearby. And I'm going to lean on the blocks and raise up that leg. And I'm going to breathe. And nice and easy, same thing, same process coming down. So again, that takes you a little bit closer to the floor, but I just thought it would be interesting to demonstrate. Okay, so let's make our way down to the mat. So inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down one knee at a time. Crossing at the ankles. And then let's face one another and bringing the soles of our feet together. And moving the flesh of the buttocks out of the way. And just sitting nicely in this beautiful butterfly pose. So getting as tall as we can. And just breathing into this space. Letting gravity just do its work. How are you feeling now? You did quite a bit. You should feel pretty proud of yourself. Okay, so let's take this left heel towards you. And right knee is up. And we are as tall as we can be. We're going to take this left elbow and bring it to the other side of this knee. Right hand goes behind you to maintain this posture. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Feels good. So coming out of the twist, we're gently going to guide this right knee on top of the left knee, bringing the heels towards the butt. This is part of that cow face pose. We're not going to do the arms, but we are going to wrap ourselves like a beautiful gift. And just hinging forward into a wonderful stretch. The piriformis, you feel it wonderful on the right. If it doesn't feel good, then you're going to back off of it. So nice and easy together. We're coming off of that. And unwrapping ourselves. Both knees are together. So let's take the right heel in. The left one comes over, and we're going to do that twist on the other side. So taking the elbow up. And if it doesn't make it over, this is not life or death. You can hug it. Okay? I don't want anybody stressing out. Posture important. Taking this left hand behind and just moving into the twist. Mild twist. Really want you to feel a little stretch here. So pull this in a little closer to you. Again, taking your time, coming toward the center and lowering that left knee on top of the right. And again, spider fingers forward until you feel that delicious stretch on the left. Nice and easy, we're going to back right up. And we're just going to come into a nice, easy seated position. And just closing the eyes. Oh, just doing a gentle seated meditation. Maybe just thinking about everything you just did. You're bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the abdomen. Finding that connection between the breath and the beating of the heart. Just taking a moment to appreciate everything that happens in the human body, how it all works together. It's incredible. So now bringing the palms together, just bringing your awareness outside the body, what's happening around you, any sounds, sensation, smells. And once you're ready to move on with your life, move on with the day or evening, I invite you to open your eyes. Gently bow the head and remember, we all need rain for the flowers to grow. So no matter what storm you are in the midst of, just remember, this too shall pass, and you too shall grow. I bow to you with love, joy, and gratitude. Namaste. I'll see you soon.